And thank you for this opportunity to discuss this very important safety issue. This is a continuation of the many speakers that have come before you over the last few years, and continuing the petition from parents in the community of 5,600 signatures who were advocating to return the school police assigned back in schools. Now, we are a formal stakeholder providing input to the local control and accountability plan, which is a requirement. You, as a district, get local control through the LCFF, local control funding formula. We as stakeholders get the LCAP, the local control and accountability plan, where we are supposed to be able to hold you, the board and executive management, accountable for the effective use of funds based on your implementation of the plan and your metrics in the plan. But I believe that system is broken. Where is the accountability? If it's not analyzed and discussed in terms of the metrics, no one can hold you accountable. When you approve the LCAP, as all of you did here, all of you made a commitment to be held accountable for implementing the actions, for meeting or exceeding the metrics, judging from the baseline to the targets that were used for the use of the assigned funding, just like you see here on the slide. So this is about the use of funds. You said that you would be effective based on the metrics that you established in that plan. Now, these formal metrics and the program measures, the problem is if they're not discussed, that prohibits meaningful engagement with the stakeholders. And so therefore, the stakeholders cannot keep you accountable. The resolution questions if the metrics are appropriate and proposes additional metrics such as ISTAR incidents, a school police calls for service. We're requesting a comprehensive safety accountability plan that would bring all of this together, all towards allowing local control.
At least another minute. Please take another minute.
Thank you. Local control and decision making to include the school police being assigned at the school level. Now, we have a lot of data in this presentation. I hope we can have questions, time for you to ask questions. The families and the parents that signed this petition don't blame the criminal justice system for what is wrong in our communities, but they do blame the education system for not creating a compelling alternative to gang culture, to a life path away from drugs, crime, addiction. They're looking for a life path that leads towards family values, discipline, order, economic growth. The families are desperate. They're being ripped apart from their children, and parents that sign this petition that want the school police back should not be demonized. We are asking you to be accountable for the outcomes and at least admit that these performance measures at best indicate that the performance is stagnating. We hope that you can open the door to further discussions and ask what else can be done. First, we need accurate information, and I hope we can have a discussion on that. I ask that you move this resolution forward to the board agenda in two parts. First, to request additional data and transparency, additional information on LCAP metrics and outcomes to the community, which we shouldn't have to ask for, to allow for more discussions in depth. Secondly, then once we have the information, to bring that for a vote of the board, to allow the schools to have the discretion to select officers assigned to the inside of secondary campuses. So Mr. McLean, is that correct that the board can ask questions since this is an item that is agendized?
Yes,
and we can have a discussion about the data here?
That's correct. Once an item is placed on the board agenda, it can be discussed back and forth on the board if they wish.
Okay, well, I have lots of information here. I'll wait for your questions. I hope we can have a discussion.
Yeah, so there are any board members that have any questions to the presentation or the information here? Scott, go ahead.
I have a question. So, in other words, have you made, let's say, a survey of, let's say, high school areas and asking parents, students, teachers, faculty members, and community if they wish to have a school police officer? Is there some kind of surveys that have been made that you can show that this is what this school wants? Some schools may say no, and some schools may say yes.
Well, as part of the community, we don't have access to teachers or administrators or parents. We can't contact them. We did have one of the parents here who did create a survey that was sent out to some school principals. Is that right, Jenna? And she had presented that to you some months ago, but that was a very a very limited type of survey. Again, we don't have the capability to question people. We were out in the community when we presented the petition to the community members, and we had a very high response rate of yes. I mean, I will estimate, depending on the community, upwards of 80% of people said yes and signed without really much hesitation. So I would love to be able to do surveys. I would hope that you here would direct a survey.
Okay, thank you for that, thank you.
Any other questions? No other questions. So thank you.
Wow, because we
Thank you
have
very much.
slides and slides and slides about your LCAP metrics that are formal required metrics in the local control and accountability plan. I am shocked to hear that no one has questions. I would really love to discuss some of
I
this.
have one question for you. So